Democrats in the Senate have conducted an investigation into the investigation that the FBI conducted into the sexual assault allegations that were leveled against Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh back when he was first nominated for the seat on the U.S. Supreme Court. And according to the results of this investigation that the Democrats in the Senate conducted, there was no investigation, at least not a real one. I mean, on paper, sure, the investigation existed, but according to Democratic Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, there was nothing that was really done. Let me read you this. Assurances that everything was being done by the book and according to standard FBI procedures omitted the fact that for supplement background investigations, there is no book and there are no procedures. You simply do what the White House tells you. The Washington Post report continues, while Trump declared on social media that he wanted the FBI to investigate at their discretion, internal correspondence shows the White House never authorized them to proceed. The report found that messages to the FBI tip line regarding Kavanaugh were forwarded directly to the White House and never probed. Now, technically that part we knew, right? That is something we had discussed years ago because that's what they did. Like the FBI had a tip line. I think they got 4,500 tips. And they were all forwarded to the White House, not to the FBI, not to the DOJ, to the White House so that they could filter them out. And that's something that honestly I had forgotten about. And I think pretty much most people had also forgotten happened. But the report continues. The FBI was instructed by the White House to talk to 10 potential witnesses and was not given the leeway to pursue corroborating evidence, the absence of which was cited by senators as they narrowly voted to confirm Kavanaugh. Here's the thing. We've known from the beginning that this investigation was a sham. Now, and we knew a lot of these parts already. The Democrats in the Senate are just adding to it with the internal White House correspondence and putting it out there, sending it out right before the election, which, by the way, that's a smart strategy. I like it. But any normal person, Republican or Democrat, when all of these accusations were leveled against Brett Kavanaugh, do you know what the normal president would have done? Again, Republican or Democrat. They'd have just said, you know what? We're going to withdraw. We're just going to put somebody else up there. Okay, got it. Good, done. Democrats can always find another left-leaning person to sit on the courts, okay? Republicans can always find another right-leaning person to sit on the courts. There is no shortage of left-wing or right-wing judges across the country who could have just replaced somebody who didn't pan out. That can happen. It has happened. Harriet Miers back during the Bush administration. But not Donald Trump. He had to stick with it. He had to rig the investigation because he was the one who nominated Kavanaugh, and by God, Donald Trump is not ever going to be wrong about something. Kavanaugh is sitting on that bench today, not because he was the most qualified, not because he was the most conservative. Kavanaugh is sitting on that court today because Donald Trump is a stubborn bastard and refused to withdraw his nominee and just pick one of 1,000 other conservative judges to put on that court. If Donald Trump wasn't such an arrogant, narcissistic a-hole, Kavanaugh wouldn't be there. Now, we wouldn't have somebody better, but we wouldn't have somebody that was accused of all of the things that Kavanaugh was accused of doing, and the FBI never really conducted an investigation of it. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.